Oh, here we are again now, and it's like no time has passed. Gazing out upon the sunset as it sinks into the night. Many times it seemed as though a given day might be our last. Face to face with certain death, yet somehow coming out alright. I don't think that we have any cause to lament, but there's quite a lot of thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent.
There's like an emptiness in the pit of my heart. You like long for what I long for. She looks down at her crowbar, then up at the party. Satisfy me.
Okay, yeah, no, Robin runs a hand through her hair and says, I mean, hey, buy me a drink first, but okay.
Robin's witty rejoinder was so powerful, she feels the sheer quality of her quip running through her veins, causing her to surge towards action.
Yes, my special quirk. My special quirk, quip step. There it is.
There you go. There it is.
Got it.
Robin, you feel pretty good. Like you were ready to face some dungeon, face some terrors. You've got all your derringers ready. They're polished. They're gleaming. That guy back at Steel Point did a really good job of maintenance, actually. And you've been looking for a chance to prove yourself to your new group of comrades. You stride into the room and you're fucking ready.
Yeah, no, I'm amazed at the maintenance that got done on these derringers. They shoot practically as well as real ass guns now.
Wait, if they're not real ass guns, what are they?
You know what I mean, like a normal sized gun. Any gun that you can't fit like 16 of in your pocket.
Question, how do you know that number?
Trial and error? Anyway, that crowbar's creeping me the fuck out. I think that Robin is gonna set her sights on the candles, actually. Because that's no good. That's way too many fucking candle mimics. So let's do a cool combat roll dive over here.
About the mimics.
Well, and what I'm going for here is I'm trying to sight down the candles, and fire, like extinguishing the flame from their wicks, hopefully in a line, getting many at once.
Oh, dope, okay. Robin, as you combat roll into the room, you get ready to aim your shots. The candle mimics sputtering on either side. You know their weak point, their life source, the wick on their backs. And you fire a shot that screeches a burning hole down this line from you, burying itself in the wall and annihilating a line of mimics. The other one, you fire towards your friends and are very happy that the bullet is incredibly small as it flies between each of them. I'm all like hot stepping, like, yeah!
Perfect shot.
Your first shot was a critical 20 and annihilated, let's just say, this half of the room.
Shit, awesome.
I'm just gonna wipe those out. The other half, you got all the ones around your group, let's say. Mm-hmm. The person on the far side of the room has been clearly, you can sense the castle's corruption in them, and, as you wandered into this room, it began to dig into you as well. You don't know who this person is, but you can tell that they mean to take your life.
I, had a cat once at the Wharton Fluffatorium. She couldn't satisfy me. She's going to attack Xanthi.
Oh no!
Wait, what?
Huh? That's concerning.
Wait, what?
Xanthi, you were just cracked over the head with a crowbar. You already weren't doing too hot after the last room. Your wounds are really starting to get to you.
What did that have to do with anything?
Millipede, it's your go again.
You look like a cat. You know who else looks like a cat?
Wait, what?
The cat.
Anyone else?
Shit.
Oh, you're walking over and smacking the hull with the crowbar?
Yep.
You hit Xanthi over the head, send her sprawling to the floor, whirl around to Nahal and just catch her in the chest and thump, bump. She rolls across the ground and lands in a pile of candle mimics.
Any of you other guys cats?
Nope. Wouldn't say I consider myself a cat person.
Hilda just points, I'm the one you want. You leave my cats alone.
Will you, satisfy me or something? She's gonna hit her.
I doubt you'll satisfy me.
I think you're wrong, Nat 20.
Oh boy! Okay, so she like catches the crowbar on her arm and a crack runs down her armor. You can see that your wound, like, your attack caused a wound, but it actually doesn't appear to be too bad. Vanillipede, you knew that this strike carried your full power. You knew the potency of it. You saw how far you sent that cat flying across the room. But for some reason, she's still standing.
Vanillipede smiles.
Yeah. Satisfy her, Hilla.
My ribs.
Hilda just puts her hand on her face where all the blood is coming from, wipes it so she's got some like war paint action, and then drags that blood on the blade to make it glow the same red lightning as earlier. And she is going to actually go for a cold cock across the face to launch her across the room, and then mid-flight throw her sword to pin her to the other wall to get her away from everyone.
Wow,
So,
that's
Hilda,
cool.
what you do, you do exactly as you described. So you reach down, you need to get like on her level in order to not swing over her face. So you hunker down, the great suit of armor clanking and creaking around you as you reel back, and it sounds like a fucking train off the rails as you reel forwards. Deck her, send her sprawling, ass over end through the air. You whirl around carrying the momentum, pick your sword up off the ground, and boom, throw it through the air. It slams into the wall, sending a positive avalanche of stone down around her, sticking her to the wall and battering her in the debris. A pulse of electricity ripples through the room, and the remaining candles on this side all gutter out dead.
Hilda's gonna start stepping forward, and as she does, with obviously not another action, but she's beginning to write with whatever blood is left into her grimoire to prepare for the next attack.
That was really cool, Hilda.
Yeah, wow.
Xanthi struggles to her feet and begins rooting around in her ass sack.
I have one of those.
Yeah, they're all the rage these days.
All right. You see what it's like to mess with our group now, huh? Well, how about a little combo attack? Nahal, you ready for some fire? Xanthi
Yeah, I am.
Xanthi begins hucking the remaining questionable coal that she got from Kier at
Ooh.
the pile of debris and fabulous sadness that is Vanillipede.
Oh,
There's also a flute in there by accident.
nice.
Okay, Kay, she's really far across the room, so she's going to look at Hilda, and she's just going to give her a nod of understanding, and then she's going to do an acrobatic flip. Give me your forearm.
Kay, you do a glorious somersault through the air, land on Hilda's arm, and then she swings again, sending you careening through the sky directly at Vanillipede.
And then I'm going to
Now
do
it's your roll, Kay.
Then I'm going to do quarter circle forward and do that sweet eagle uppercut.
You use that power to duck down in midair, contort your body like an acrobat, touch the ground on one leg, swing down, force all of your momentum downwards like a corkscrew, coil up like a spring, and rocket punch upwards. So, Kay, as you fly through the air, you feel the bones almost separating from your arm and reconnecting in the air in a spectral form. See, normally with an animal summoning like this, the animal would snap into existence, aid you with your attacks. But Kay, your summonings and dismissals are so absolutely fast, all that could ever be formed is a skeleton and the sonic boom of creation that follows behind it. Meanwhile, Vanillipede, bound there by her comical Varanovan cape, stuck to the wall by the sword, is impacted squarely in the jaw and flies up, slamming the top of her head into the sword and rebounding back down in an instant.
Kid Ryuken!
The entire room is filled with a satisfying gong noise. Meanwhile, on the far side of the room, the remaining fire travels towards Nahal, combining and contorting, its form binding itself to her palm as she extends her hand for a fireball. Why can't you roll good?
Oh,
no! She reaches out her hand, and the fireball begins to pool and split, one forming at the end of her pointer finger, the other at her pinky. She points them downwards, trying to fire around her ally, and immediately sets the coal on fire, creating a burning arena around the two of you. I wasn't supposed to do that, but that looks cool, so you know what? Fuck it, my everything hurts. Noel walks over and just sits in the corner.
Hilda just looks back. Are you two okay? I'm really sorry. She was much faster than I expected.
She's got a crowbar. Who just hit someone with that?
Who thinks I'm a cat?
Hey, Xanthe, you want to come sit in the corner?
Yeah. I am seeing red. Get it? Because the blood in my eyes.
I don't have anything against getting hit on, but can we maybe leave the crowbar out of it? Using the lightning speed of her quip step, Robin blitzes along the left side of the room.
I like her.
Pressing up against the wall and attempting to sink into the shadows left by the recently extinguished candles.
Yeah, no, like, she's cool and everything, but she's using our misfortune to fuel her quips, so, like, 50-50.
It feels like I'm helping a little bit with that, you know?
Millipede, you hear the crack of the first shot that travels well over your head. You're distracted for a moment, and then Kate comes in for another punch, and you're focused primarily on that. Robin, you duck down, almost tracing the path of your bullet, and you sprint forwards, and you dive for the crowbar, trying to take this opportunity, this moment of distraction, to snatch it away. And with a blink, almost as the winds turn and shift the candles for a moment, Robin vanishes seemingly, disappearing from one side of the ring and appearing on the other, crowbar held in hand. She rolls across the ground, touches down on the far side, only slightly on fire. The two in the corner clap for you.
Yeah, she stands up, pats the fire out, slings the crowbar over one shoulder, and strikes a cool fucking pose.
Okay, that was pretty good.
Thank you.
That was good. That was worth me getting hit for.
You can capitalize on my misfortune anytime, turns out.
You guys just taking a breather or what?
All of, like, 3 of my ribs are broken.
Only 3?
She's been through a lot, okay?
Let my girls rest.
Vanillipede, all this effort over the last, 10 or 12 seconds, all these attacks that have rained down on you, this is a pretty satisfying battle. This is what you'd come to expect from someone who wasn't born to the overly gaudy lifestyle of a Varanovan. This is genuine blood sport. This is combat. You can feel your heart, which is crawled to a stop, begin to beat again. And rather than liberating you from the madness of this place, it just further satiates it. It pushes that madness that's built up in your veins and your head faster around your body, faster and faster. And the next thing you know, you've managed to detach your cape, descend from the wall, you've touched down, and your legs crack in a way that you never thought possible for a human, because likely at this point you no longer are. And flying through the air, you impact Kay with boot after boot. You send her sprawling across the fire that burns away at her, you hear the two in the corner cursing, and you stride forward, backlit by the flames.
That's like neat or something.
Wow.